If you're looking to learn a little bit more about Lexington, Massachusetts, whether you're moving here or not, I'm sure you've heard at least a little bit about it if you've studied US history. Lexington, Massachusetts is a beautiful town outside Boston, lots of history, lots of beautiful homes. So in this video, we're talking all about what it's like to live in Lexington, Massachusetts. So let's get into it. Hey there, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. My name is Jacob Peistrup, and hey, real quick, if you, your family, if you're moving to Lexington or somewhere else in the Boston area, this city, the suburbs, whatever it is, if you want help with that process of buying a house or buying a condo, let's get in touch. I am a real estate agent here in Boston. This city, the suburbs, I got you covered. So if you want help with that process, send over an email, send a text message. Let's get in touch and let's get that conversation started to help you with that move to the Boston area. Working with my clients who reach out through the YouTube channel is by far my favorite part of my job, and getting to share everything about Boston, the city, the suburbs, the real estate here is what I love doing. So if I can help you and your family with that move to Boston, let's get in touch. So Lexington, Massachusetts, AKA the birthplace of the American Revolution. That's right. The first shots were fired right here at the Battle of Lexington. So there is a lot of history in Lexington, Massachusetts. Plus, it is a gorgeous town, beautiful homes, and phenomenal schools right here in Lexington. There's plenty of history there, beautiful parks, and I mean along Mass Ave, which is kind of the main street going through Lexington, you got beautiful shops, fun restaurants, great places to check out for food or having a day out for lunch. Lexington really has, just this really charming New England style town. So if you want a town like that, a beautiful suburb just outside Boston, plus fantastic schools, Lexington is definitely a place you want on your radar when moving to the Boston area. Now, Lexington is on the Yankee Division Highway. This is Route 128, and it's kind of the inner belt around the city of Boston. Now, I-95 is the highway that makes up the majority of this belt, but basically think of it as the entire outer ring of Boston that connects a bunch of these areas just outside Boston. Lexington is right on it, so that makes it great for just the commute both into the city and around the outer ring. So it is great for convenience. Lexington is right there next to the highway, so it's seen a lot of growth. So lots of people that moved out that way, property values going up, great school districts. Like that is kind of what happened with the movement outside the city, because the highway going around the outer belt of Boston makes it very easy to live out there, even if you work somewhere in the city or somewhere closer towards downtown Boston. Lexington is kind of one of those, outer suburbs, but still relatively close to the city of Boston. And like I mentioned, the great schools. So Lexington is definitely known for its school district. It is actually ranked the #1 school district by niche.com in Middlesex County. Actually, when I was a kid, I went to school in Lexington for a couple of years. I was at Harrington Elementary, and then I went to Jonas Clark Middle School for a year. Now, if you followed my content on this channel, I'm sure you might be confused about my background. Am I from the Midwest? Am I from Boston? I was born in St. Louis, and that's where I went to high school. That's where my family is from, so I consider myself from the Midwest, but I moved around a bunch as a kid. So I spent time in Lexington and in Shrewsbury out next to Worcester as a kid in Massachusetts. And I mean, we moved across New England, parts of Canada, back to the Midwest. So I moved around a bunch as a kid, but I went to school in Lexington for about 3 years when I was a kid. So I don't remember much of it. I was like 10 years old at the time, but trust me, Lexington schools are very reputable. They are well known, especially in the Boston area. And for people moving to the Boston area, and especially Lexington, I mean, same as Wellesley, Newton, Brookline, like those areas are some of the top schools you will see outside Boston. And Lexington, by niche.com, made it to the top of that list for Middlesex County. So if schools are a top priority for you and your family, trust me, you are on the right track if you're considering Lexington. Now, It does have great schools, the same as Weston, Wellesley, Newton, but just as those areas have great schools, these are all, higher on that spectrum of price. So you have great schools, top rated school district, but you also have some very high prices for the real estate you will see in this area of the suburbs. Really, especially in this market, it's tight inventory, it is competitive. If you're looking for anything with 4 or more bedrooms, you might struggle to find something under $1 million in Lexington. Now, trust me, these days it is crazy, but there are obviously ways around it, especially with my clients finding off-market listings. If it's a good match for them, great option. Finding something, whether it's in the Lexington area or somewhere else nearby, can still be, a great choice for flexibility. But my point being here, Lexington can be expensive. It is not one of the cheapest suburbs of Boston. So keep that in mind. Schools are great, location's great, and it is a beautiful suburb, but it's not always gonna be a very budget-friendly place to live outside of Boston. And again, it depends on you, your budget, your lifestyle. Really anything in Lexington, will be between $1 million and $5 million for some of these homes you'll see. So yes, it can be expensive, but on the bright side, what you get out here is beautiful. You see these beautiful neighborhoods, well-maintained, these manicured lawns and good landscaping. I mean, you'll see a bunch of these, anywhere from a colonial style house to something that's more modern, more recently built. I mean, you will see some of these gorgeous custom homes. There are new construction opportunities out here as well for new development. Like I said, anywhere between $1 million and as much as $5 million, you will see beautiful options for the homes in Lexington. Other great stuff about the area, like I said, parks, outdoor space, hiking trails. You got several choices in Lexington. You might hear about the Minuteman Trail, which is a really cool space. I mean, it's kind of like a long outdoor walking trail. You can walk, you can run, you can bike it. Great trail. It goes through Lexington and a bunch of other suburbs. Great trail to check out if you, want to go for a walk or just enjoy being outside, especially in the summertime. It is a great place to check out. And if you live in Lexington or somewhere around there, you're gonna want to stop by Wilson Farm to do your grocery shopping at least once. Gotta check it out one time at least, because it is really cool. It's this farm in Lexington. I mean, you can find all sorts of stuff, especially seasonal stuff, during the holidays, during Christmas, Thanksgiving. You can find Christmas trees. They'll do wreaths, decorations, flowers, and outdoor potting supplies during the summertime, during the springtime. Food, they got a bakery, they got all sorts of stuff they sell at Wilson Farm. Really cool place to check out. I mean, there's always something cool you can find at Wilson Farm. It is a great place to go year round, just to do shopping, get some fun food, get some snacks. If you're throwing a holiday party, it is a really fun place to check out. Definitely stop by Wilson Farm at some point if you're ever visiting Lexington. Overall, if you're looking for a beautiful suburb outside of Boston with charming neighborhoods, fun stuff to do, beautiful homes, and a top-rated school system, Lexington really might be an area you want to consider if you're moving to the Boston area. And like I mentioned before, if you are moving to Boston or the suburbs, if you want some help with that process of buying a house or buying a condo in this crazy real estate market, I am a realtor here, so please give me a call, send me a text, send over an email if you want to work together. Let's get in touch and let's get you here to Boston. So, thank you for watching the video. That is going to wrap it up for today. I appreciate it. I will see you in the next video right here on the Live in Boston channel. Take care and have a great day.